So previous class we were learning about electronic data interchange. So that is EDI. Now today we are going to just recap what is EDI and then continue. So electronic data interchange is nothing but usage of internet as a platform to send the information between the supplier and the actual company. So this will help the company work much faster pace, and they will be able to work much efficiently also. So in this case, EDI plays a major role in every business to reduce the cost. So once the cost reduction happens, the business can also save a lot of amount on their overheads, and then they can go on fetching more profit. So that was EDI, and this EDI also will strengthen the relationship between the retailer and the supplier. Here, maintaining the communication from time to time is also very easy using EDI. They would have softwares. There are many softwares which are built between the supplier and the retailer, which can give them full information of ordering, reordering, invoices, or any other bills that has to be cleared. All that can be checked upon, and the payment can be made online. So EDI is on a very advantage level. Now, next, we went on to understand using a diagram how the EDI process happens. It starts from the customer's internal system, and then that is where they order. Once they send the order, it will reach the supplier. The supplier will accept the order, and he will be putting it to the internal system. From there, they will arrange for all the goods and send to the customer. Meanwhile, the invoice will be created, and that will also be mailed to the customer for the payment. So that payment invoice, whatever is there, that will again reach customer's internal system. And this is a cycle. It keeps going on and on. So for every order and reorder, you will have the same system happening. Then now let us understand few of the benefits of EDI. This is an important 6 marks question from your exam point of view. So increase business opportunities. Since you are able to cover things in a very less time, so it will help the businesses to work better, to serve the target customers faster using the electronic data interchange. Then we have reduced inventory. Here, no need to hold stocks, too much of stocks. If you are supposed to sell 20 units, you need not hold 1000 units in stock. So you can always order and reorder whenever you want, because it is easy to communicate. Because before, ordering only would take you 5 days, and for them to give the products would take another uh, 4 to 5 days again. So another 10 days only would go in getting the stock. But now, since after using EDI, you will be able to get the stock with all the procedures. You will be able to get the stock maximum within 3 days. So that is why no need to stock up too much of the products, and you can buy it or you can order it whenever you want. Lower cost. Using of EDI will help us to bring down lot of overheads like postages, stationery cost, no writing letter, posting them. Then again, if at all that purchase order is lost, okay, during the delivery of the post, if the purchase order is lost, or the address is not written properly, or there is any damage to the purchase order where the number is not visible, any of such things will not happen with EDI, because maximum of them are pre-filled. Pre-filled means it will automatically fill by itself, like maybe the present date. Okay, today if I am ordering, today's date will be already filled, and the products descriptions will be pre-filled. That also will be given directly. So that will be the lower cost. Then deduction in order time. Now in this order time deduction, what happens is a business organization will be able to get the products in a very effective manner and very quickly. So as I already told, manual orders like sending the post, getting the order, getting the invoice, all would take more than 5 to 10 days. But now with EDI, it will reduce our order time for a greater extent. Then better cash management. Now cash flows are very easy after the emergence of the internet banking. Now apart from internet banking, we have lot of other options like UPI system and all that. For business procedures, people still prefer internet banking because it is more safe way of sending money. So cash flows into the organization is easy and faster using the internet. So with this, the companies is able to manage the collection and receivable on time. So they are able to send the products on time and receive the money on time. And then reduction of errors, like clerical errors, the writing the number, purchase order number wrongly, or the invoice number is wrong number is given, or repetitive number is provided, or the item description or the product description is not properly given, or wrong address is written, wrong pin code is written, or you do not know, or the postage person does not know the area, so they may misplace the post. So all this will not happen when we use EDI. So that will reduce the error to maximum extent, and it will help us to automate the procedures and also save the time. So those are few benefits of electronic data interchange. They can ask 2 marks question also to name any 4 benefits of EDI, any 2 benefits of EDI. Such questions can be asked. Apart from that, 6 marks question from the exam point of view, what are the benefits of EDI, or explain the benefits of EDI. So this electronic data interchange in a short form is called EDI. Okay, hope everybody understood this slide. Anybody has doubt in the benefits? If you have any doubts, you can leave in chat so I can answer your doubts. Okay, so let's go further. The next concept is barcoding. You would have seen this barcodes. Okay, you would have seen this image on a lot of the products. Every product has a barcode, in fact, including on your books, pencil boxes, any stationery that you take, or any product, packed product that you buy, everything has a barcode. So what is this barcode exactly? Let us understand. A barcode is a graphical representation of a human readable numbers and alphabets. So they have both numbers and alphabets included in a barcode. So these numbers mean something. It's not simply given numbers. These numbers mean something. We will understand what all it means. And these barcodes are usually given by a black lines with white spaces. Okay, they have a black lines with white spaces here. So this barcode is a graphical representation. Okay, this is important. Graphical representation. Again, from exam point of view, 2 marks can be asked. What is a barcode? So it's a graphical representation of a human readable numbers and alphabets. It is an optical machine readable representation of data which shows data about the object to which it attaches. So there is a machine to read these barcodes, which is called as barcode machine. We will be learning about that also. So this barcode machine, it's a readable. This code is a readable code which will represent the data which shows about the object. So if you have put this barcode data to a let's say notebook, okay, a long notebook, we have put the barcode here. So this barcode will say us the information about that notebook. Okay, and then barcode is a predefined format of dark bars and white spaces. Okay, it's not black and white lines, it is black lines with white spaces. Be careful about that. That can be asked as a question, not a direct question though, but you'll have to add up in the barcoding. So barcode is a predefined format of dark bars and white spaces. It is printed on the product package, consists of ID barcodes of varying width. Now if you see this barcode only, you have certain lines which are thin, certain lines which are thick, certain lines which are too thick. Okay, there are variety of thickness of lines which are given here, and the spaces between these lines also vary. Okay, there's a few lines there are very less space, few lines there are too much of spacing given. Okay, so these are varying width lines which will be there in the barcode. It allows real time data to be collected accurately and rapidly. So we will be able to understand a lot of things when we scan a barcode. Okay, that is one of the major part why barcodes were introduced, invented, introduced and followed, because we get real time data about the product and other details about the product. Okay, so that is a barcode. This just explains what is a barcode. Now let us see how does a barcode scanner work. Why do we use this? Let us understand. A barcode reader or scanner throws a light beam, LED or laser on a printed barcode symbol. Now for example, this same barcode okay, if this is a barcode, now we will have a LED barcode reader. Now barcode reader can be a LED reader or a laser barcode reader. You would have seen that in many of the stores where they have this red light or green light coming out of a machine, where when you show the product to that, immediately it will feed into the computer. Okay, so that is the light beam which will be put onto the barcode. Light reflects back of barcode into the light detecting electronic component called photoelectric cell. So here light will fall on this barcode. Okay, light is going to fall on this barcode and it will reflect back. Okay, that is the main feature of a light array. So light always reflects back when it falls on the solid objects. Now this barcode is a solid one because it is printed on the books or any product for that matter, or even your groceries. If you see, you will have those barcodes being given at the back. So the light falls on this and reflects back, which means it is gonna take the information from here and give it back to the computers. Then, and that electronic component is called as photoelectric cell. The light on white areas of the barcode reflect light, and light on black areas are observed. So what happens here, according to the color, whatever light which falls on these white spaces, okay, those are reflected, and whatever falls on the black lines, whichever light falls on the black lines, those light is absorbed inside. So that is the nature of certain colors and the lights which they are talking about. Then this moves faster. Barcode, the cell generate a pattern off on off pulses. So which means with black and white stripes here, it's gonna have an off on off on, like that. It with every stripe or every space that you have here, it is gonna create a code which is known as off on. It will be given as a codification. Okay, so then, so for the code shown here, black white black. See, if you see, it starts with black, which means you have a black line, then again you have a black line, again black line, again you have a white space, again a black line, again a white space, again two black lines. So this code, whatever the example of codification we take or the barcode we take, so it has such black and white, black lines and white spaces. Here the cell would be off. For black it will be off. Okay, so wherever it sees a black line, it will be off, and wherever it sees a white space, it will be on. So if you see, for black it is off, again black and black, you have off and off, then white, on, black, off, then again white, black, so you have on, off. So like this, the light from the barcode scanner which reflects back to the system, that is creating a code. Now this code will be the computer will read this code and collect the information about the product. What device in the standard takes the reflected light and convert it into a electronic signal? Now these on and offs, what we saw here, that will be converted into a electronic signal. So computer does that work for us. It will be connected, it will convert itself into electronic signal, and that will be converted to a binary digits. Now if you see a product, now if you see this barcode on a notebook, let's say for example, we will have barcode readers. Now barcode reader will read this code. Okay, it will read this code as on off and all that. After reading the code, it is gonna convert that on off into a electronic signal. Okay, it is going to convert into electronic signal, and then it is that scanner will convert that into a binary digits also. From electronic signal, it is going to convert into binary digits. Now this binary digits is easy for computer to analyze it, because computer understands binary digits very faster than our normal language. So binary digits are sent to the computer, where it will detect the code. So to summarize how it works, barcode scanner will first, when you put the show it to the light, it will analyze all the codes with black lines and white spaces, and it will code itself with off and on. Okay, after this off and ons, whatever is there, will be converted into electric signal, and then that barcode reader will convert electric signal into binary digits, and then send that to a computer. Now computer easily will be able to analyze this binary digits, and then it will send the code to the required software. Okay, so if this is an example of a barcode, so if you have the black lines here, some are thick, some are thin, and you have white spaces of varying width. So this first, you will have a little space. Okay, this is called as quiet zone, and last also you will have certain space which is called as a quiet zone. In between you have the barcode symbol, and for every line or every space here, you will have a character assigned. Now characters, says it is a start character, so you're starting the barcode from here, and then in between you will have a data message. Data message may be product code, country code, or state code. Now why is this given? For tax purposes. Then you can check the unique digit of the product, like 1 2 3 4, how you have the register numbers, like that you can check the digit of the product. And then you will have the last stop character. Okay, this barcodes is little technical in nature. We just have to understand how it works for us, okay, in retailing. One more thing, how barcode scanner works is a 6 marks question asked in 2 to 3 of your previous examinations. So please understand and write this answer. So if you read the text, that will be enough for you to understand. Okay, so that is how the barcode scanners work. Anybody has doubt in this slide? Did everyone understand how the barcode scanner works? Okay, so let's continue. Now barcode symbologies. Now barcode symbologies, we have certain technical things that you are supposed to understand and keep in mind. Now symbology refers to a language that different types of barcode present. Now we are using barcode widely throughout. Okay, before we only had these lines which we saw in the previous slide, but now we have many variety of barcodes also. So let's see what are there. The standards and protocols in barcode language make barcode printer, scanners and reader from different manufacturers understand the barcode. There are many types of barcodes and there are many types of barcode readers also. So once the barcode came, many of them experimented and got out many other barcodes with simplified versions also, and there are many complex versions of barcodes also. So with more security and all that, they had to implement. So that is very good initiative from the barcodes. So it will be easy for the retailer also to sell the product by computerizing the products. Okay, thus symbologies vary according to the barcode density, which is in the number of characters per linear inch. Okay, we will be learning this in the types of barcode. Now let's see what are the two types of barcode. Okay, these are basic types of barcodes, that is linear barcode and dimensional barcode. So first will be linear barcode. Linear barcode are whatever lines you see here. Okay, those are linear barcode. There are many types of barcodes. Under linear you have many types of barcodes. See, few are very small, but they have too many lines, and few are small and lines are also less. Few lines are too long. Okay, and the characters here, if you see the number, you only have 6 numbers here, but if you see the numbers here, you will have 11 numbers. And if you see the character set, okay, this column, if you see the character set, you will have characters only with numbers. You will have characters, few includes the alphabets also. Okay, now we are going to include the alphabets also. You can just check out any of the normal A4 size notebook or small notebook which you buy from any stationery shop. It will have a barcode, and all your textbooks also have a barcode. Okay, so for each of the barcode, they have certain symbols which will help them in representing. So this is, see, if you see the last one here, this is called ISBN. This is usually given for the books. Your textbooks also will have ISBN numbers. Certain journals or magazines will have ISBN numbers. Now these say that this product is a unique product. So that is why they give such unique barcodes, and these are linear. These type of barcodes are called as linear barcodes. Now let's see the next type of barcode, that is dimensional barcode. Now dimensional barcodes, we are very much familiar with the QR code. You can use these QR codes for finding out on Google Maps. You want to find some location which will be given on the invitations. So all that you can use with QR code, or you can use the QR codes are used for the UPI payments, Paytm, Google Pay, Phone Pay, wallet payments. So you have lot of such codes given. Apart from QR code, you have many other variety of dimensional code. Now all of these codes are measured in 1 linear inch. How much lines or how many designs are there? Let's take for example data matrix code. Okay, this is one type of dimensional code. So you can see a plus mark here, okay, in the code. Now if I take this first box, how much design or how much variation is there in the matrix, that we are going to measure. So this is too compact, but if you see Aztec code, you can see lines a little far away, and again Vericode, again you have a different design. Okay, like this there are many types of barcodes present. Most used are QR code, which is known for people, but others are also in use. Maybe they are used by manufacturers or other retail and suppliers. Okay, so these are two types of barcodes. Did you all understand these two slides? What are the types of barcodes? Anybody has doubt in this? Right. Let's go to the next type. Now let's understand what is a barcode scanner. So we understood what is a barcode, how it is used, all that. Now let's see a barcode scanner. 2 marks question. What is a barcode scanner? And most asked question also. Okay, a barcode scanner is an electronic device for reading printed barcodes. So we saw many types of barcodes here. Now these barcodes are useless if you don't have a barcode scanner. You're supposed to have a barcode scanner to understand the printed barcodes. So for that, this instrument is being used. Okay, it consists of a light source, a lens, and a photoconductor translating optical impulses into electric one. So what does this barcode scanner consist of? A light source. You will either have a LED light or a laser light which has been installed inside. Along with that, it will have a lens. Okay, a lens will also be present, and a photoconductor. Now what does this photoconductor do? It is going to translate the optical impulses, which means when the light reflects back, that optical impulses will be converted into electric ones. Like we studied how to read the barcode in this slide, right? So if you remember here, if you see this fourth point, now this device is going to take the reflected light, convert it into electronic signal, and then that will be converted to binary digits. So that barcode scanner is going to do all this work. So that is why it will have a light source, it will have a lens and a photoconductor. Now this photoconductor, after scanning the code, then the bars are decoded into human readable numbers for alphabets into a computer. Now once it provides the binary numbers to the computer, computer is going to convert that binary into our normal readable numbers. Okay, so maybe we are familiar with only English numbers. So we will be getting the data how we require. Alphabets and numbers will be given. So that is a barcode scanner. To summarize, it's an electronic device for reading printed barcodes. It will have a light source, a lens and a photoconductor. The photoconductor will be translating the optical impulses into a electronic one, and these image data of the photoconductor will be sent to the output port. Output port will be means that that code will be sent to a computer. Then the bars are decoded into human readable numbers and alphabets into the computer. So that is a barcode scanner. Okay, hope everybody understood a barcode scanner. Any doubts in this slide? All these concepts are easy for you to understand and answer, so don't miss out on any of such 2 marks questions. Okay, now let's understand what are the types of barcode scanners. Okay, so first type of barcode scanner is pen type of barcode scanner. Now here, pen barcode reader is a small wind type sticks that resembles a pen. So I have given a diagram also here. So this shows what is there inside the pen type barcode scanner also. It will just be like a pen, okay, this pen, and then it consists of a LED light and a photodiode in its tip. So here in the tip of the barcode reader, you will have a LED light, because that LED light is required to read the barcode. Along with that, it will have a photodiode. Okay, this is one tool which will help us to convert the code into electric signals. The user passes disturb over a barcode, and the LED light illuminate the black and white bar. So the black lines and white spaces will be read using the LED light. This information allows for a digital reading of the barcode, and information is transmitted into another unit of processing. So first in the tip, it is going to read the barcode, and those signals, okay, those signals are being sent to photodiode, and after that it will be sent for the further processing. For the processing of those signals will be sent to the pen. Then a pen barcode reader are designed for durable, inexpensive use by a single user who can quickly scan all the packages for the items. Now one should know how to use the pen type of barcode reader. If they are trained enough, then it is very easy to use such barcode readers, because it is very handy. It's just, it resembles a pen, maybe the thickness would be a little more, and it is very safe for people to use also. However, because of the shakiness and impression of human use, the user may not need, the user may need some practice to perfect the scan. So once the scan of the barcode starts, they have to scan the full code in one go. So only for that they require some practice to use such barcode, pen type of barcodes. Now this pen type of barcodes will be widely used usually in the godowns or warehouses, which we call nowadays, because they will be getting lot of manufactured goods to be stored. So they also have to maintain the stock. So once they read out these barcodes on the packaging, it will be helpful for them to maintain the computerized stock. Now this pen, once you scan the barcode, it will automatically get all the product details into the computer. So that it's an automatic way where the barcode reader software will also be installed in the computer. So this is pen type of barcode reader. Okay. Did you all understand the first type? Pen type of barcode reader. Any doubts here? Okay. So let's stop the class here for today. We'll continue the rest of the barcode reader types in the next class. This is an important question for you to study because this is asked for 14 marks. Okay, 14 marks compulsory question. Many times they have asked types of barcode scanners. Okay, okay. Thank you, students.